Well, he's the bear Jew.
What the hell is that?
It's kind of ass.
What the fuck?
He ain't gonna survive up there at 185. Hey, whoa! Forehead kisses.
That was for Joe.
I know. That's
Yeah.
still like damn.
He started it.
You're right.
He's just gonna sit there and tempt me like that.
Yeah, you were absolutely correct, sir.
Gosh.
God, welcome to another episode of Throwing Hands. Am I right?
Throwing something.
Throwing them kissies.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
What do you guys think about those? What do you guys think about those fights last night? UFC fight night in London 02. Or I said last night. What do you guys think about it? Yesterday morning, afternoon.
Yesterday afternoon, they were pretty dope.
Pretty middle of the road for me.
Well, let's get into it. Welcome to the Throwing Hands podcast, your MMA podcast for casual and hardcore fans. Joe, your host here, with my co-hosts Ian and Darnell. Let's start talking about some of this card. So first of all, Molly McCain, she's done, right?
Basically.
Hype train has come to a stop.
I said it to Ian. I turned to him. I go, yeah, we both were saying, we're like, yeah, she's done. And I go, everybody knows her weakness now. It's simple as this. Take her down and she's done. Apparently, no matter how many times she'll get proven to be taken down and dominated, she apparently is just never going to train any grappling or ground game.
She's like, I don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna. And it's gonna cost her.
I don't want to.
I don't blame her for the Aaron Blanchfield fight because, like, that's just what she does, and she made it look so fucking easy.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
This one, she did it to herself. She had no business rolling the way she did to fuck her arm up the way she did.
It was insane. And also, like, yeah, when she put her back, I saw that, she put her back up against the cage to flip essentially into the armbar, and I'm like, if she just comes back down and then rolls puts her leg
into
towards
them.
Her, like if she moves her legs towards her head, then we're good here.
It would have
at least have a higher chance.
Yeah, it would have alleviated a bit of pressure as opposed to like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep flopping over to this other side.
Yeah. I don't know Molly's belt level at all in jiu-jitsu or anything like that, but I can tell you that she's doing what exactly a white belt does when they get put into any type of position. Flail, flop, turn. It's like, okay.
Panic.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, you had a great I mean, her hype train was what? The one fight with the spinning back fist knockout. And I mean, that was really...
Yeah, and then you did it to get in the Goldie. But, like, the Goldie one was a little bit better to me because, like, she did a spinning, I think... She did a back first and an elbow, but then when she knocked her down, she just like got on the ground and just beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were definitely trying to push her pretty fucking hard. And then Aaron was like, nah, bitch, this is my flyweight division. Move over.
And then Julia with 2 J's was like, also, no. Also, I'm also better than you.
I also know basic grappling.
The second they said that she was a black, they got on the ground and they're like, and now the black belt goes to work, and I was like, oh my god, she's a black belt. I'm like, did anybody tell Molly that? Was Molly even listening? She's just over there eating stuff with Patty, and she's just like, yeah, sure, the fight sounds great. I wanted to point out something that I brought up to Ian that made me laugh so hard last night, which was the Brian Barberena fight. So yet again, if a big moment, I'm just gonna call it for this. First of all, the thing about this fight was it was a great fight. It was somewhat of a slugfest. But the thing is that's just how every fight goes with a guy like Brian. But the Brian Barberenas, the Brian Ortegas, like, it seems like it's a good fight, but really one guy's just kind of getting his ass kicked the whole time and throwing some very significant strikes throughout the fight as well. So, but Brian Barberena was getting beat up, and he did a very popular thing right now. He turned his back and he ran. And if anybody remembers seeing this, he turns his back, he takes 2 steps, he looks back, he turns his back, he looks at Muradov, and Muradov uncorks a straight right on and then and then Brian Barberena looks stupid as he falls to the ground on his hands and knees and has to get back up and scatter over to the cage. We're starting to see if you turn and run, you're just gonna get devastated.
And you're done.
You turn and run and you're done. Again, I'm not too familiar with Muradov, but he really put it to Barberena. He just pieced him up, stayed back. I watched him constantly. He would just piece up Barberena and then do that. I love when I see fighters do that. They reset their stance, take 2 steps off to the right or 2 steps to the back, and then they just wait for them to come to them. And Brian Barberena is such a zombie walker. He just walks at people, which is. So there's people that are scary when you walk at them, like Nate Diaz, Mike Perry. There's certain guys that when they walk you down, it doesn't matter if you're piecing them up. It's scary. Brian Barberena, let me be the first to tell you, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
You're not that
What's his
guy.
nickname? The Sluggernaut. Did you catch this, Darnell? How cool this shit was?
Nah, I don't know what I was doing for this fight. I think I was either playing Pokemon or I was out of the room while it was happening, and I was just like, "Oh, this fight's done." And I think I saw Parsons get up, like looking tired or some shit. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, definitely what you would call like this. I don't know if you would say they had a slugfest, but you definitely say that Johnny Parsons came to, and I'm using slug a lot because dude so he gets on the mic, and then I don't remember who he called out, but he calls out somebody with Bisping, and he goes, "You trying to slug or not? Cause I'm the slugger not," and I'm like, "Yo, double entendre nickname." I got the gooses right now. This guy's on my radar. Johnny Parsons, the slugger not. You trying to slug or not? So yeah, Johnny Parsons, my new guy at welterweight. Is he now? Look, you see that exhaustion? I don't think it's going to take some time. We're gonna take some time. I believe they said that was his debut. I'm not sure. I believe they said that was his debut though. Yep, that was his first fight in the UFC.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot to learn.
Look at us, a bunch of chair MMA guys. You got a lot to learn, bud. That's true, though. It's true, though. You do.
He's got cardio to do.
All right, let's talk about it. The Bear Jew with an extremely impressive KO win. Also, I keep forgetting that his name's the Bear Jew, so when I hear them say it live, I go, whoa, oh, okay, all right. Especially when like Megan O'Leary says it, and I'm like, "Hey, chill out, bitch." It's just
like easy.
I can't wait for some fighter to get approved of like having like not the actual N-word, but like N-word is like in his name for like to be funny, and she's got to be like, "Mike the N-word something," whatever. They'll be like, "Hey, Megan, chill out."
Easy.
What's funny? It's pretty unrelated, but in the FGC, there's a dude who goes by the name Magnegro. And there's plenty of white commentators. And the first time I heard one of them say it, I was like, okay, it definitely got cleared.
Yeah.
And they definitely didn't make him change his name. Because the first time I seen it, I was like, hey, yo, I don't think this dude...
Like, is that okay?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he's going to make it. But he's still there. Magnegro.
You know what's going to be funny is, like, as time goes on, like, there's going to be somebody who's going to get that paper who wasn't there during that initial thing when it all happened. And he's going to touch that point. He's going to go, and entering now, the fighter in the blue... gloves.
You're just gonna say his regular. He's gonna turn to a black commentator. Like, would you like to say his nickname? Because I'm not.
I'm throwing that responsibility immediately. Like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, let's talk about it. So first of all, Andre Muniz, no cardio on that man. Just the same amount of cardio as fucking who we just talked about, Johnny Parsons. Basically the same cardio.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's who I thought that was last night. This nigga who broke Jacare's arm and made him quit.
Andre?
Yeah, he was like, that was kind of his, like, I guess, story point going into that fight with Jacare, where it was like black belt versus black belt, but it's old school versus new school. He's like, I'm gonna take him out, and Jacare was like, no, you're not. And then that night he broke his arm, and then right after that, Jacare was like, I'm done.
Oh yeah,
I'm done with MMA. I'm gonna do strictly jiu-jitsu now, and it's just like, damn, bro.
Probably a good.
That's a crazy way to go out.
He's an alligator and a fucking what's an animal that kills a lot of like alligators and crocodiles?
Hippos.
Hippos,
cats, bro. Surprisingly.
Boom. He's in a pool full of hippos and cats.
A pool?
It's a big gator pool. and a lot of hippos are in it, so taking up the space as it is. I'm dragging this out anyway.
Maybe leopards.
But here's the thing. So I mean, what's interesting about you saying that is like, you would think just by paper, when they get to the ground, Muniz would be able to, hold better. Like first of all, he lands at Paul Craig's guard, which I fucking stuttering all over the place. I give credit to the announcers who were saying like, showing that this is where Paul Craig is extremely dangerous. He's one of the few guys in the UFC when people say like he's got a good guard, it's really true. Paul Craig's guard is super serious. He's always tucking in the arm. I like they pointed out. He's always tucking the arm in when he pulls the guard. So he's real deep in there. But here's the thing: if you're a black belt on that level, you've broken Jacare's arm. Like you're a high level black belt. I think Paul Craig should be nothing for you. So,
well, I mean, they
what's
could
the-
also have like a strength difference because, especially in like regular MMA and also no-gi, like if one dude's like significantly like stronger, then it's going to be a lot easier for them to like, ward off any attempts of like submissions and shit like that. And it would be easier for them to gain position control. Like, yes, the skill level does come into account, but like if he's like somewhat on par and stronger, I feel as if it's gonna, turn out, in his favor for, obviously Paul Craig. Like, because he did seem to be like just muscling his arms and shit as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul coming from 205 in his first fight at 185. That too.
Yeah.
point,
So
yeah.
like
He
you
probably
got to
came in
think that.
heavier than him too.
Yeah. So that like that difference, it could like fill the gap a little bit, or at least enough in an actual MMA. Like maybe it's straight jiu-jitsu. Yeah, Muniz probably is going to take him, but
Yeah,
in MMA, it's
Paul
a little
dropping
bit
bombs
different.
on him too the whole time.
yeah, that's got to be just the bigger difference. And then because like the thing is like even with that, like you got to think a lot of fighters come down from that, and then they talk about how they don't have the same cardio because of coming down from such a weight, or they lose strength coming down from the weight. But I mean, Paul Craig, to your point, seemed fine. He seemed really good. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
middleweight's where he should be at.
Well, he's the bear Jew.
What the hell is that?
Kind of ass.
What the fuck?
He ain't gonna survive up there at 185. Hey, whoa! Forehead kisses. The
That was
fuck?
for Joe.
I know. That's
Yeah.
still like damn.
He started it.
You're right. He
He's
was
just gonna
cleaned
sit
up
there
on
and tempt me like that.
Yeah, you were absolutely correct, sir.
Gosh,
God, welcome to another episode of Throwing Hands. Am I right?
throwing something.
Throwing them kissies. But yeah, I mean, but what does this mean for Paul Craig now? I mean, like, he already had a stint at middleweight that clearly didn't go all that well. Then he moved up to light heavyweight. Now it's like, I mean, what does he have to really look forward to at middleweight?
Um,
Trying to look
I
at
don't
the
know. Maybe he
division.
reevaluated himself.
Well, I mean, first of all, Paul Craig's a scary man at any weight. I mean, but
Yeah,
let's see if he's at where's he at in the rankings? I mean, he's not even ranked yet in middleweight.
he's not ranked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but Muniz was he was
14.
14, so
somewhere.
yeah, he'll probably be like 15 or something tomorrow.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in the bottom, but
Yeah, if we're looking at like somewhere in like the top like the top 15, like the 10 to 15. I mean, I'm not too sure. I think Nasruddin just like his fight got canceled because of some kind of injury. So if maybe he came back, that would be a good fight against Imavov. I don't know, maybe have Derek Brunson take a shot at Paul Craig.
No. We don't need that. We don't need his fucking corner thrown in the towel for a third
No.
fucking fight.
No, we don't. Well, I mean, whatever he chooses to do next in that division, then it's like it'll be a good fight. This thing, he's got a ton of good fights prospect wise in the middleweight, so I'm excited.
Just cause I want to see him fight what's his name? That fat boy who couldn't make welterweight anymore. What's
You
his
talking
name? I don't
about?
know. Kelvin Gastelum. There we go.
Yeah,
I want to see him fight Kelvin.
that'd
Because
be
Kelvin, he's not like a true gatekeeper, but he's always like just a hurdle to get over.
it's true.
Just in general when people fight him.
He's one of those guys, like one of the it used to be a thing where this was every guy back in the day in UFC, but nowadays there's a few guys who will literally tuck the chin and just keep throwing and tossing their head left, right, like Diego Sanchez until they clip you. Like when they're losing, Kelvin will do that. He will easily just start throwing Let's move on to another fight. Let's just talk. I mean, do you guys want to talk about Nathaniel Wood, Andre Fili? I'm
Yeah, no. Let's go to the fight we've all been looking for.
Tom Aspinall, Marcin Tybura.
Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall. Right, Tom Aspinall, the pride of London. People like Leon Edwards, but we like Tom Aspinall more because he's white.
Just a big motherfucker doing big motherfucker things.
Dude, he looks like
People
that's what a like a United Kingdom good old boy looks like right there. The fucking
That's the motherfucker you don't want coming at you at a bar because
Right.
you're too drunk.
he definitely looks like he belongs to the Peaky Blinders for sure.
Like, I wouldn't want either of these men to be rushing towards me in a bar.
Nah, see, the thing is, I thought the same thing until I heard Tybert fucking talk yesterday. And I was like, oh, you're less threatening so much more, bro. You were like at 100, now you're like 49.
He's like a teddy bear.
You spoke. Because you spoke. Your voice is way too high, my guy.
Well, let's talk about it. Tom Aspinall. First of all, holy shit! Like what a performance in this fight. Gets performance of the night overall. Now,
Comeback kid.
the comeback kid. He so good, in fact, that you look at him fight and you go, well, obviously he needs to fight John Jones. Clearly, this guy has to fight John Jones. If you're above 205, if you're 205 or above, and you're doing some real spectacular shit, everybody goes, this guy clearly has to fight John. But here's the thing: I like his super respectable call out, like extremely professional to say there's going to be a fight between Ngan and Spivak, right? I think is the. And then I'm going to be front row for that, and then I'm going to take the winner of that, and I'm going to beat them, and then I'm going to beat John. And I'm like, wow, what a real-ass dude. He didn't just say, I want the belt. He said, I'm clearing you motherfuckers out, and then I'm coming for John. And it's like,
He's like, I'm going to prove it, and then I'm going to prove that I can have the fucking belt.
And fucking shouts out to Michael Bisping not giving Tom Aspinall the badass moment when he said, give me that mic, Michael Bisping. Bisping said, no.
You could see the grip on his hand. He's like, you're not taking this fucking mic.
Somebody backstage must have given Bisping shit before. Bisping must have given up the mic one day, and they must have fucking railed into him like, you can't do that.
I forgot. God damn it. Connor's done it before and gone on a giant fucking tirade. So like, and there's a couple other fighters, I can't remember their names, who've done that, but they always go on this giant tirade and go over time.
Yeah.
So I feel as if now they're like, whatever you do not give them the mic. Do not let go of that thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty like not gonna give it to Tom at first, like the knockout. Because at first it looked like they headbutt each other, and that's what kind of stunned him. But then they showed the replay, and like it just the angle that they had it on the first time, it looks like a headbutt, but like Tom like just weaves his shit for a second, and then he catches him, and it's just like, damn, bro,
slick.
Like you just did that.
But reason for suspect because there was so many headbutt collisions last night.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like there was two other fights where they had multiple headbutts.
Yeah, Brian's fight, and then there was another one right after that.
Muniz purposely headbutted Paul Craig. He came down on him, and he said, "What?"
He's like, "What do you mean? I just went."
Not a single.
I was just
soul
trying to get into position
in the arena. All the announcers, everybody was like, "Clear headbutt, very clear." And Muniz was like, not to me, it wasn't."
It's like, man. That's just teaching me in jiu-jitsu.
He caught him with like a straight right, which is so funny. Like it just cut his legs off.
Yeah. I'd say that's probably like my favorite punch in the UFC. Like on all MMA, it's just a straight right punch, or even honestly, low-key, those straight lefts are some of the most devastating shit ever. You never think of a left-hand punch when somebody hits you with a straight left when they're fucking opposite when they're like right-handed. Love a straight punch. That's why I hate nowadays. People will be like, "That was actually a cross." I'm like, I don't fuck off with those cross. I hate cross punches. I hate that shit. If you're watching MMA with somebody and you correct them and say it was a cross, go fuck yourself. Get laid or something, you asshole. What the hell? That's like
You're
Definitely
first.
doing that to you then. Just because I know it's gonna set you off, but I want to see if you're gonna get set off or you're gonna catch me and just say "fuck you."
Yeah, I'll just
immediately.
catch you and just say,
"Ah,
"Push."
fuck you."
I'll say, "Shut the fuck up." Shut. That's
I'm gonna do it a year from now. When you least expect it.
You could ask Ian.
Just gonna
I
set
won't
him off.
forget.
No.
I'm probably gonna forget.
Yeah, I'm more of a clean uppercut man. I really like to see a really clean uppercut.
Oh yeah,
Like straight through the guard where their head tilts back.
Yeah.
I like
Always beautiful to see.
I like a classic Tim Bosch, Robbie Lawler uppercut where they hold the head and then they let go and uppercut you.
Then,
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
mean. It looks like you just bye.
that's what happens.
That's what they do. Darnell's like, I'm more of a flying knee man myself.
No, that shit's
There was a decent amount of those
Terrifying.
yesterday too.
There was.
like a knee to like on some real anime shit. Just the knee to the fucking chin or in the face, like your nose like just caves in.
Mm.
It's just like, oh fuck. It was nice to see, but goddamn, you must be in pain.
Not a lot of people can get that like Muay Thai stance like properly to really execute those knees. Like I like how like
You
in
know who did? You know who did?
oh
Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
That fuck boy.
yeah.
Fucking what's his name? I'm so, I hate
Rich
it. I hate
Franklin?
him so much. No.
Is that-
The fuck who shouldn't have been champion. I can't think of his fucking name. And Bisping, there we go.
BC.
Oh
Nah,
yeah.
Bisping.
Oh
The
okay.
flying knee he caught Bisping with was too that shit was like training dummy type shit.
It was-
like,
yeah.
that shit was bad.
Well, curious. Maybe it's because Bisping was standing there like a training dummy because it was supposed to be stopped. Curious.
If the ref don't stop it, who's at fault?
Bisping's a legend. Goddamn it, he stops and he controls the fight in there. Nah, it's,
Yeah, when he's fighting at home, he does.
yeah, yeah. I hate when people. I don't like when people are like a calf kick's my favorite. I'm like, what?
What? Like Jesus Christ,
ever
bro.
seen-
Just go watch kickboxing.
Right? Yeah, seriously. I've definitely heard people like I love leg kicks. And I'm like, who doesn't love a good leg kick execution? But like, that's your favorite strike? Get the fuck out of here. I used to say that a lot when I was younger. I used to say like anytime I bring up like fighting an older man, like if an old man was getting like all puffy chest, I'd be like, but you could leg kick that guy. And it's like once you're past the age of 52, it's
Your
like
knees will turn into dust.
yeah, stop talking that shit, bro. Your knees are no longer capable to keep up with this. I'm like, oh, that's funny. You think I'm gonna fist fight you? No, I'm gonna run around in circles and I'm gonna leg kick you until you have to go to the hospital.
It's gonna be your fault.
It's gonna be your fault. You did this, guys. How excited are you for UFC 291?
I'm
This-
not excited at all.
Okay,
For
you're-
one reason and one reason only.
Why
There's
you
only
like-
one reason. And it made me sad because I know he's on his way out the door because of it. Derek Lewis in the prelims, not even main eventing prelims.
No.
He's the fight before the main event for prelims. It's like, damn.
And Trevin Giles and Gabriel Bonfim are gonna headline the prelims. What the fuck? When Derek Lewis is right there. That's
Exactly. That's
That's
what I was
pretty
saying. I was just like, damn, man, he on his way out the door, bro. He's really 1 foot out right now because of that.
Oh wow, I haven't
But
seen that.
you gotta
Depends if he wins.
Yeah, exactly. But this Marcos nigga, just look at his head. You know he's a problem. Look at that bald head.
Yeah, I remember Marcos Rodrigo de Lima. He's the guy who puts people to sleep with his name. I remember him. And he's also a murderer in the heavyweight division. To poor Derek Lewis, he doesn't stand a chance. It's going to be so hot in that arena. And Bruce Buffer's going to really...
chance against who?
Marcos Rodrigo de Lima? Oh, shit, Ian.
Ah, shit.
He's going to be out.
Overall, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to this shit.
I haven't seen an early prelims in a long time, in quite some time. They have early prelims. UFC Fight Pass early prelims. Fight Pass holders. Ooh, we get stuff again.
Damn. What's going on, Miranda?
Yo,
You
What
can
a-
call some of these bitches up.
what a bad matchup. I don't know Miranda. I do not know Miranda, but just off the site, I'm like, yo, Priscilla's not. Priscilla's gonna be like, you're too pretty. You're too pretty. You have to show your face. They're gonna kill you.
Bro, her nickname is Zombie Girl. I'm going with Priscilla just off nickname.
But also, like, look who Miranda's been like fighting. It's like, Not a single scary fight on there. This is like a terrifying matchup for her. And meanwhile, fucking Priscilla is already going up against some of like the most dominant like top bitches in her division. It's like, yeah. Let's talk more about some of these other fights on this card. So first of all, like almost every single fight on this card is a name fighter, and it's a banger. So this whole card is gonna be absolutely insane. I'm not gonna be able to start drinking on this card until like fucking I don't know, like 7 or 8 p.m. maybe even later. It's gonna be a big night. It's gonna be crazy.
Not until the main card starts.
Yeah, I was like, you might want to start at 10. Just
Yeah.
so you can be like, you
Just
can
be safe.
Watch, yeah.
Well, first of all, Michael Chiesa, Kevin Holland. What do we think about this fight? Michael Chiesa. When was the last time Michael Chiesa's even fought?
Damn, 2021.
Damn.
Wow. My boy's been on the commentary duty heavy.
Yeah, and he's on a 2-fight losing streak too.
That's mainly where we see him at too.
I don't see with that time off and with that 2 fights lost before that. Kevin Holland's active as shit. Kevin Holland's young and explosive right now. Like, this is a wash right here. This is easily. I mean, yeah, and of course that's why he's the favorite in this fight. Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green. That's a good matchup.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. This is a gimme for either one of them, right? Because they're going to go at it for sure. No way these guys have a boring.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, I'm always going to go Tony for something like this. Like the only time I went against Tony was when he fought Nate, and I'm like, that was amazing. That's how it should have gone. But here's the thing. Anybody else, for sure, I'm all Tony. I'm Team Tony.
Oh my god. He's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loss streak right now.
It's got to break.
Tony, you gotta go.
It's good.
You gotta go.
Hey, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one where he makes the big comeback against Bobby Green.
I was gonna say, well, if he doesn't beat Bobby Green, then
Didn't Bobby change his? Oh no, he changed his fight name to King. That's right.
Now, Bobby Green.
why?
I don't know.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure he gave an explanation, but I don't remember.
Yeah, remember it was the fight he did that in was against this guy Gordon, and he couldn't continue. It was a fucking.
Oh yeah, wasn't that headbutt?
Stoppage,
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, that sucks. That's right. They got turned over. That sucks. Fucking goes in with the Balrog headbutt and just lays this man out and beats and breaks all of him. Just for them to turn around and be like, no, bro, headbutt. And he's just like, really? All right. Just
Yeah, what a bad way to debut your name. But it's like you see that before that he gets KO'd by Dober, he gets KO'd by the champ, he gets KO'd by Makachev, he gets KO'd, and then he gets a win though against some other guy. Who cares? But here's the thing: he's got 2 losses against some of the literally some of the best dudes in the divisions. It's so on paper, Bobby Green's probably going to win this fight, but I'm still going to go Tony. I think so. Yeah. I think he looked great in his last fight. He looked, like you said, it was just it was unfortunate what happened, but he looked great. And against Tony, if Tony's been wild, man, and Tony's always wild. That's his thing. But like, he's not the same guy anymore in MMA. And
oh no,
if he has any shred of it, like if I'm lying and if we're wrong, then he better show it this weekend.
All of Tony's losses were top 5, except for the Nate fight. Then you got Bobby coming in on a week notice against Makachev, which was a bullshit fight. And then Drew just did Drew shit to him because Bobby wanted to be Bobby. Bobby wanted to say, yeah, hands down, clipped. It's just like, good job, bro.
That's exactly
good fucking work.
Drew Dober walked away and said, "Oh, Dober rules." Yo, this next fight, I mean, it's like karate guys are and like fucking taekwondo guys are like jizzing their pants right now. Steven Thompson versus Michelle Pereira. I mean, this is, first of all, it's going to be like 2 Jedis backflipping over each other and shit. Like, it's going to be crazy. This is going to be... Hey, Ian, you ever wanted to see those guys at the circus? Like, they do all those crazy backflips and you sort of want to watch them fight in a cage? Well...
Yeah.
Well, now you're going to get your chance. Yeah. Yo, this is going to be a crazy fight. I'm gonna go Stephen Thompson by because like just what's the word I'm looking?
Gotta go with the Wonder Boy.
Gotta go with the Wonder Boy. He comes out to Wonder Boy. But just experience. That's what I was looking for. Experience. Way more experience than Pereira on this one. But also, I just think he's gas tank much better. Clearly, patience, but everything. I think everything he does is much better. But the only thing he doesn't have that Michel does is strength. That guy's strong as shit. Comparatively, like he's not the strongest dude at welterweight, but
Yeah, I'm going Steven for sure.
no,
But it's like, hey, yo, my guy, like you
you
can only do so much right now anymore.
yeah, we always do this, but I'm pretty sure he's only like probably like 34 or something like that.
No, he's way older than that.
Let's look it up. Steven Wonderboy. Let's see. He is 40. Fuck.
He does not look 40.
Oh, he does. He looks fucking great.
He looks great.
But that's what happens when you don't curse. You love Jesus and you eat right. That's what happens.
See? Well, that's why Tom Aspinall's going to be fucking. He's going to look great for the rest of his life. He's a good old boy, just like Wonder Boy. All right. Here's the fight that's going to probably. The two fights back to back. I'm telling you right now, the world may end this upcoming weekend because guys like these aren't meant to collide. Guys like these are meant to have their fist meet in the middle. But Jan Blachowicz, Alex Pereira, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. Holy shit. I mean, you guys, you're going to be sweating in your seats. You're going to be losing your mind. Each fight may last 5 rounds. It may last 3 rounds. It may last fucking 20 seconds. We have no idea. This is going to be crazy. So Alex Pereira, Jan Blachowicz. Clearly Alex Pereira. I mean, this man, as long as he...
Yeah.
I mean, there's anything can happen. He could obviously get taken down by Jan, but Blachowicz, I don't know if he can make it happen against him. I don't know if he can sneak in and get that takedown. I think he tries for a takedown. Pereira just looks at him all weird, slow-mo like, and just gives him a knee. Mortal Kombat finisher, gives him a knee, turns around, gives him 3 arrows, looks in the camera, winks at Izzy, and then fucking, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, how the fuck is Alex ranked number 2? But that's his middleweight ranking.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch, what the fuck is his first fight? But, yeah, it'll be fine. Like, as long as Jan's smart about those like first 3 minutes or so of feeling out in that first round, he can't. If he's gonna go for a takedown, he needs to commit to it. Because if he tries to feint and a leg comes up, it might be lights out for bro. No more Polish power.
So like, here's the thing about Pereira in the UFC, right? It's like we've only seen him so he's got one decision against Thiago. Is that Silva? I can't remember. There's so many Silvas. Bruno Silva. See what the fuck? So many fucking Silvas. But yeah, so he goes to decision against Silva back in the day, but everybody else it's been knockout, knocked out Izzy, knocked out Strickland, knocked out the first guy he fought in the UFC. So it's like very curious to see how far he can go with someone who, although I'll say this about Blachowicz. Blachowicz is old too, and he's a fucking wash, but he's the only guy that when Darnell sees, he goes, that guy's a fucking terrifying force. You got to watch out for that guy. And I'm like, it's true.
It's when we counted him out, when everyone counted him out, is when he said, all right, fuck it. And then went on the streak, got the belt, lost the belt, had a fight that I feel like he won. And then Dana was like, get the fuck out of here. Go back to Poland.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd say I'm clearly Team Pereira on this one.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I also like to see. Wait, is Jamal Hill still fighting?
No, he just had surgery over this weekend. Yeah, he gave up the belt though. Like as soon as they were like, "Yeah, your shit's torn," he was like, "Yep, all right, Dana, here's that thing back that I got at the beginning of the year."
Damn, because I would have liked to see Jamal Hill get fucking murdered by Pereira. Yep.
I mean, he was calling him out before because I think it was after the first Izzy fight where he was just like, "Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll fight Alex too. He can get it." And then Alex tweeted, "Oh really?" And then Jamal made a video, and it was just like, "Oh, we could do this. We could do this." And now we're all like, "Shit, that's a lot of rehab, bro." It's a lot of rehab. Your Achilles? Nah.
Some might say the most rehab.
All of the rehab.
And of course, we've got the chaos match of all. Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt, bringing it back. BMF belt, baby, baddest motherfucker belt. Who's gonna put it on this time? Fucking Mike Tyson, hopefully.
Now, apparently, Masvidal is. He's gonna be there actually.
Oh, that makes sense.
To give the belt, that'd be dope.
Hand
just
it
to hand
down.
the belt off.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's smart. You always have the guy who won it last hand it down. Oh my god, that's so smart. That's smart. Not gonna lie. Here's the thing. Okay, so let me explain. I'm picking Gaethje, but let me explain my wishy-washy reason of picking this right now. I'm full-blown saying Gaethje will win this fight. Dustin has shown he's better, he's stronger, he's fat. He's the whole Kanye song put into one, right? So it's just like when he goes in there against Gaethje, Gaethje's the same guy every time. He's always the same fucking guy. No one ever sees Gaethje fight and goes like, you know what, man? His
He
jabs.
really mixed it up that time.
Hold on, Darnell's got something to say.
There's 2 fights where he actually wasn't himself.
Okay.
That was against Tony,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he fought Rafael his last fight.
Mhm.
Like he was actually relaxed. He let people come to him. He wasn't rushing them. And if they got too close, that's when he just let them have it.
Right.
Those are his only 2 fights where he was just like, Every other fight, absolutely. He's just a fucking demon. And
Yeah.
he's just head down, hands up, that stiff ass leg kick he gives.
Like I said, it just looks like he's throwing a tree branch. It's crazy, just chopping at logs. Ka ka. It's crazy the way he throws that thing. Dangerous. Yeah, but here's the So my point to that too is like even with that, that's true. I agree. Gaethje, even with Poirier looking at like a peak Poirier performances, even with that coming in, Gaethje is that guy. He is that guy where he can clip Dustin just once. He's that guy where Gaethje's he's all wobble like this. He loves to get wobbled like this, like a fucking drunken MK fighter. And then he gets up against the cage, and then he goes, ha! And then fucking lays out almost everybody that way. And you go, what? Again? And Gaethje's like, you thought, bitch. So I'm pretty sure Gaethje's gonna win for that reason.
We'll see.
Dustin for the old man short pull up. Once that happens, it's usually game over.
Fair enough. You're not wrong.
And then, especially, we already seen this fight happen, so never mind.
Yeah.
Let's say Dustin up against the cage is dangerous, and then Justin with his back to the cage is dangerous.
Yeah.
So then
For different
for different reasons. Like Dustin's gonna pick his shots, where Justin's just gonna just fucking
throw all of the shots.
Just whip that right arm around, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what's that? And then you're in the ambulance.
Who's somebody like? What's a matchup you guys would want to see for like the BMF belt? Like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know in the future I think Max Holloway definitely needs to fight for the BMF belt. Like it has to happen.
If Dustin gets that belt, Max ain't winning.
But that's the thing. Like they won't fight. They won't like fight each other because I mean they're not. Nobody's fighting Masvidal for the belt right now. Like I don't see them like fighting the last guy because it'll be too much time passes and shit like that. So it'll have to just be like 2 random guys. You know what I mean? So it's like whoever. It's always gonna be. I think that's the spirit of it now. Like whoever's gonna be like the baddest guys, the baddest motherfuckers at that time who aren't belt holders but maybe have been, who have been at the top of the division in the heap, who just now fucking throw down with motherfuckers. So that's a very tight pool. But there's a pool of like 20 guys in the UFC like that right now. So I'm like, I can't think of a matchup per se, but definitely Max. Who's somebody you guys would say needs to fight for the BMF belt?
Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler for sure. He needs a little bit more time in the UFC because he just got here like a couple, just a few years ago. But
yeah,
100% he should already be. But he's
still,
very limited time.
It'd still be a good contender for it.
100%. Him and Connor, BMF belt. You said Matt Brown? Hell yeah.
Matt Brown.
Hell yeah. You're wrong, Darnell. We need to just give that belt to that man. We need to hand it down to him. Give him like boxing belts. Just start making up belts for Matt Brown. That man deserves everything. All right. Well, this weekend, July 29th, UFC 291. You've seen our predictions. You've heard our predictions. You let us know in the comments down below. And while I have you right here, make sure you follow all our social media. Make sure you follow our social media, SuperSour JIR, on everything that you see on social media. And follow our Twitch, twitch.tv/SuperSourGames. Follow Darnell at twitch.tv/SnuggyBlanks_, and also his social media at SnuggyBlanks_, where you can see his Destiny clips. You can see mostly just Destiny clips. And thank you thank you guys for who watched. If you're watching this far at all, just thank you for hanging out. Darnell, I know you brought this up last week, and I just want to talk about this like real quick because I think this is a fan update. I caught a little bit of the Sean Strickland Joe Rogan episode, and first of all, let me say this: DeStefano did a deep dive before he got on Joe's podcast, which he's been on twice now. So he's before he got on, it's all he cared about. It's all a lot of podcasters and comedians care about is getting on Joe's podcast to get that bump, right? And some of the biggest detail that anybody would ask is they go, "How do you know you did good?" And anybody will tell you, "Well, his podcasts are normally 3 to 4 hours. If you get to that time, you did great. Don't worry about it. If you only did an hour." Now, there's guys who are like Robert Downey Jr. He only did an hour, but that's because he had an out. So, like, some really big famous guys come in there, and they can only do like an hour, hour and a half, whatever it is, and they got to get out of there. But if you're just a normal dude, if you're just Sean Strickland, and you get an hour with Joe, that means you didn't do very well. But the episode's still going to go out. And, buddy, I don't think I'm a big fan of Sean Strickland anymore. That guy.
Why?
I get it.
Is it because he's that much of a degenerate?
He's that
He's
much
fucking wild.
He hates people for like the weirdest things, and I can't get behind it sometimes. And it's like that's what I'm saying. I didn't say I fully hate the man. I didn't say I'm not a fan of him as a fighter, but boy, can I not stand behind him as much as I used to. So like, I mean, first of all, he loves saying fat. He loves calling everybody a fat. He loves trying to hide like he doesn't want to say it, but he clearly wants to say it. And then like, he's saying he calls like Izzy like China's bitch, which is hilarious. But like then he like goes on this deep dive with Joe to like try to have Jamie find the video. Jamie, come on, find the video, man. It's no, you got to type this in. It's Izzy being cringe. And then Joe Fashion goes, "Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't think that." Like Joe just shuts him down every time he does it. And Sean just goes on there and starts talking shit about like all these fighters that everybody loves, and Joe just keeps being like, "Yeah, I like that guy. I think that guy's great." And then Strickland's like, "Come on, man, no, you know what I mean." And he's like, "No, I don't. He's an amazing fighter." Yeah, I mean, he's a racist piece of shit, dude. And also he's sitting there like, he sits there and he goes like, "I don't believe in therapy. Therapy is for pussies. Like, I don't think that's true." Meanwhile, he's sitting there dumping all of his childhood trauma onto Joe and then going, "You got to laugh about it, right?" And Joe's like, "No." Like,
bro, you got to talk about this shit.
Yeah, like, dude,
You need to talk to somebody about
He
this.
keeps
Your
going,
parents
like-
shouldn't hit you like that.
he keeps saying like, he's like, "Oh no, like I would love to kill somebody. Like I would genuinely love." Like he admits that he's like, "I would love to kill somebody, but I don't because like I
don't want to deal with the consequences of it pretty much."
Yeah, he says that he basically admits like if he wasn't a fighter or anything like that, then he would probably just have killed people already. He probably would just be like killing people and shit like that. And I'm like, what? Who is this man? And then at the end of the day, what are we supposed to say? "Oh, he was kidding." I'm like, no.
He wasn't kidding.
Definitely
We
wasn't.
all know that, and you just got to be okay with it. That's it. You got to ignore it and just be like, "Please don't do anything dumb
dude.
ever, please."
Dana, I wish I had fucking here. I'll do it like I'll just use this. Dana's gonna go like this. What? No, he's good to fight again. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even want to hear about it. I can't see you. I can't hear you. It's insane.
Yeah, that man is a fucking madman for sure.
I mean, I genuinely, dude. It's an hour, about like an hour and 20 minutes. I've listened to 25 minutes of it. I couldn't listen to it anymore. I was like,
Nah,
yeah.
bro, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. It gets better.
Does it? I don't think it does. I think
When
you're
I say
lying.
it gets better, it gets just
Worse.
fucking more worse.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Because it's literally watching a train wreck in slow motion and then a plane crash on top of it.
Yeah, man, it's bad.
Like, it's a legit therapy session, but also just him talking shit.
With the wrong therapist, because it's just Joe staring at him and then like awkwardly laughing to try to make the situation not so weird.
He's like, "Please don't fucking kill me."
Oh man,
The Izzy China thing is funny though.
it's funny.
Because of what it is, and then what's going on, the whole thing with Duplessis and everything.
Yeah.
Like that's what just made it funnier because at that time that happened at the like literally the same time. So it was just like, this is great. This is great content, guys. Is it fucked up? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about just a few other things that's been going on. Kind of hot off of our last episode, I believe it's Chelsea Dumont, the one who was chasing down the running bitch last week. I think that was her name. Let me see. I have it down here somewhere.
Last name's right. I don't know if her.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know where I put it. Either way. But yeah, Dumont, who is famous right now for chasing down that dumb bitch who came off the weigh-ins and tried to talk shit, and then got pieced the fuck up, and then ran away, and then got beat up by I believe it's Chelsea Dumont. But
Norma Dumont.
Norma Dumont. I think she beat up a bitch named Chelsea. I think.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly what
Elton
happened.
Chandler.
There we go. So yeah, Norma Dumont. Darnell, everything you've said is from podcasts ago. They need to clip you in and put you in some like episode of like UFC later on when they're talking about the fall of the women's featherweight division, because she's moving now. She's like, I'm gonna move to bantamweight permanently because it's like they're telling me there's no fights for me here, and it's like, so officially you'll now see Norma Dumont down at 135 from now on.
Wild.
Yeah. So I mean, even if they wanted to have fighters in there, they're like, I'm not doing it. You're not going to trick me. Because if they wanted to build it, they'd have to, like, again, that's fighters like her going like, wait a minute. Is there anybody on the other side of that door? They're like,
I don't think there's anybody there.
They're like, there's a whole division. You're like, I don't believe you. Why do you want me to do this so bad?
Sit in purgatory for years.
I thought that was funny. I like to see like things come to fruition like that. And Darnell's been saying for a long time that 145 division is Gonski. And it's not that I don't think anybody wants it Gonski. It's just that like it's what's happening. Like it's just how it's gonna go. Not enough women at 145, or maybe just the UFC doesn't want to sign enough women at 145. I don't know what it could be, but it makes a good point of like okay, I'll say one thing that Sean Strickland made a good point of in that episode, which is like fighter pay and everything. But he doesn't make the point very well because he starts talking too much about immigrants. He starts talking too much about them, you know. But it is true where he says like a lot of fighters. The reason why you see so many foreign fighters nowadays is because like fighters from here, even if you sign like we always talk about 5-and-5 contracts. He's talking 10 and 10s. So he's talking 10 and 10s, and he's like, if a fighter gets that, they get $20,000. If they fight 3 times a year, they get if they get both 10 and 10, they get $60,000 for the year. Like that's and then. Like of course, as we all know, they got to pay so and so, they got to pay so and so, they got to take care of food, they got to take care of bills. The money goes everywhere. So he makes the point. It's just so true. Why do we have so many problems with these fighters who can't get back into the country? Yada yada yada. A lot of these guys from Brazil, who are from different foreign countries where it doesn't cost a lot to live there, they come over to the UFC and they fight for a 10 and 10, and then they go back and live lavishly in their home areas. So it's like. I see that point. I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. I understand.
So we should pay them less.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do.
Even though I don't see any company really paying motherfuckers NFL contracts.
No.
Oh well, no.
I mean,
They have the
fucking
ability to do it, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
But I there must be. I'd like to know what like this. I don't know what you would look up to see like how much money the NFL or NBA or any of that makes, because a lot of fighters and shit, like, they're starting to use that as a reference now, where Strickland did, at least in the podcast. And I've heard a lot of people say it before, where it's just like the UFC makes a lot of money, but not like NFL money, not NBA money, not blah,
even
blah,
close.
blah. So it's like until they make that money, they can't pay the fighters that type of money. And I'm like, I don't know. At that point, it's out of my head, it's out of my hands, it's out of my knowledge. I don't know.
I mean, they could definitely pay them a little bit more, I think, in my personal opinion, but it's definitely not going to be anywhere near any professional sports team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to pay everybody 15 and 15. I don't think that would hurt. Right?
No, exactly. They could pay them a decent scooch more, but like they can only do that with like a few people.
Yeah.
And that being like, champs who have had like long running streaks, like Connor, like he was making stupid money with all of his fights.
Yeah, John Anderson, Connor, like the guys who are like the goats, the legends.
To me, if you're a champ, you shouldn't be fighting for anything less than like $2 or $3 million. But everybody else, like, actually no, because the whole thing started because of them getting bought by Reebok and shit. Or the whole
they lost all their sponsors.
Yeah, and then it's like all the sponsor shit goes like directly to the UFC now, because now the fucking Octagon looks like what their shorts used to look like,
which is insane.
And it's like So where's all the money fucking going then? And your parent company just bought the WWE, which is fucking crazy. So it was like, nah, who the fuck has all the money then?
Where's it all
If
going?
y'all can't, if y'all have a problem with paying y'all fighters so damn much, what's going on? Who we got to talk to? And if we talk to them, do we die right after that? 'Cause
Yes, that's
that's
probably
also
yeah.
a problem.
Dana's
You don't
like,
fuck with
this
them
guy's
out.
been asking too many questions. Take him out.
We're not here, we're not the guys that you want to come to break this stuff down. We're the guys you want to come to break down street fights, though. We're the guys you want to come to go through some street shenanigans, you might say.
Street
One
shenanigans.
might say.
Let's go over some street shenanigans. Let's do it. Street shenanigans and segment here on the Throwing Hands podcast where we go over some. We break down any type of fight video here, whether it be instructional, whether it be something that's going down in the streets, something that's going down at McDonald's, Wawa, Waffle House. You name it with a W, we're probably taking care of it. We're probably breaking it down if there's a fight there. And this week's no different.
YouTube, they're fine.
Oh, that's. Thank
They're
you.
okay.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Everybody in this video, exactly what Ian said. Everybody, we
fine.
like to remind you guys that. Everybody, we've done our research, and everybody here is just fine. And this is all, of course, for educational purposes. All right, we're here. We're ready.
Meanest hands in Connecticut.
We're here. We're ready to go. And we're here to let you know. This is the first thing to let you know. Something you shouldn't. You shouldn't. This is how you should not strike. Unless you're going to kill somebody.
That's me.
Woo!
Man.
Wait a minute. Pause. Why does he fight like what's that game called from back in that boxing game?
Punch-Out?
No. It was oh my god.
Ready to rumble?
Ready to Rumble.
Street
That's how he used to strike. Is the Ready to Rumble guy. Hey. Us. He said Clubber
Why is
Lang.
he's wearing dress shoes.
Those are some mean rights.
Serious?
Wait, pull it back. No way.
Yeah, wait for it.
He's got the socks.
Got the high socks.
Got the
Wait
high
for
socks.
it.
Those are dress shoes.
Oh shit, I missed it.
Hold on. Once you get it, I can't wait. I cannot wait. There it is.
Those are dress shoes.
What are those?
What are those? What the fuck? How are you wearing dress shoes?
It's a video with
My man's ain't got no grip.
no. He about to slide out if he keeps going like that. Those are some mean hands. Now, I mean, do you think you can take a hit from this guy? You can take a hit.
Probably.
I think if you take a hit from this guy, it's like getting hit by like a small child when you're like, hey, ow, stop.
8-year-old.
Like stop it, stop it. I'm gonna hit you. That's someone. It's. This is some mean shit. Yeah, you don't want to do this. In case you didn't know, you don't want to do this.
Be better than him.
Always. All right. Okay. The next one is a little bit more serious, but and also still fun. So it's this guy. He's probably obviously just won the World's Strongest Man competition at one point. I think that competition is pointless. Was there like 72 World's Strongest Men? Which one's the strongest? I don't understand.
We'll typically say former.
True. So this is maybe the current World's Strongest Man, and he's gonna roll with Rose Namajunas, former women's champion, multiple time women's champion, Thug Rose.
Okay, yeah.
Where you're trying to pull my head down?
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Try to take me right down.
Okay.
Something I like about watching this, like I said, I watched it, is like, I was just talking to, I said it before, I was just talking to some coworkers about this. It's like, it's true what they say in jiu-jitsu, like, oh, size really doesn't matter. Like, for sure, if this guy wanted to, he could pick up and throw Rose, no problem. Like, if he
Yeah,
wanted
across
to.
the fucking street.
Right, but she's using balance. She's being smart with it. She's doing the best she can with this. And this is what I mean, though. It's like, yeah. So they're having fun there. Like, he clearly at some point could have just like grabbed her with one hand and just taken.
Do I want to be all the way like half the choke?
Yeah, but she's like already like starting in positions.
Right.
So it's like,
Well, she's also teaching
Tell
him.
me when to go.
Okay, go.
So yeah, you can.
How upset do you think Pat is right now?
He's getting Adam 22'd right in front of him. It's insane.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it forward a little bit.
That was okay.
Okay, cool.
I'm fighting.
I believe if you push towards the middle, they start doing like a free roll.
How would you escape from that?
There's Pat, but he's right there. All right.
Damn.
Oh damn, we started grappling with Pat a little bit. There's no way. But yeah, of course, right here, yes, she could definitely get thrown. But
he's also not being serious. Like, if he was actually like exerting all of his strength,
in all seriousness, in all seriousness, though, like this is like, you know, it's the best you could possibly do. If were you gonna box this guy?
Yes. I'm gonna try to let him not grab me.
Okay. Damn, Pat. This is why you're retired.
See, it's where it's just like he's using so much more strength.
For sure.
I was gonna say, did he just get him in a fucking Darce?
No way he knows that he can't finish it. He wouldn't know how to finish it. Alright. They're having fun at this point. But it just goes to show you. Doesn't matter what the size you are, you'll still probably get thrown by the world's strongest man.
See?
Oh, here she goes. Dropping. Perfect. Go right to the guard. That's more realistic how it would go, though. Because obviously in jiu-jitsu, you wouldn't try to get to the... They say that, they teach us that all the time in class. Obviously, for this one, if this guy's huge, you're not going to do this. You're going to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah. But especially, like, when he's grabbing your leg and just like, I'm just going to lift you now. Like, you have no choice.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, you can pull this away here. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like that a lot because it's just one of those things where you can see it right there. It's not the answer all the time. Like, just because you know jiu-jitsu, yes, sometimes a guy's fucking bigger than you. Yes, sometimes, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing at all because at least you have a chance.
Definitely easier to keep yourself alive.
Let's go to the next one where MGK. So here's the thing. The title of this is MGK gets into a scrap with a fan over something he says about with his ancient wife or whatever, the one who they dug up from the Transformers
Megan
movie.
Fox.
Yeah, that one.
Damn, you don't like Megan that much?
I don't care for her very much at all. I don't give a fuck. I mean, what? Again,
Damn, crazy.
there's a million hot chicks in the world. Who gives an actual fuck? What are you gonna say? What's her thing? She's hot? Okay. I mean, so is every porn star I've ever watched, bro.
Yeah, Darnell, shut the fuck up.
She's good at being hot. I'm sorry. Okay. You seen Megan fucking is it Megan's Body or I forgot who's body
Megan's
it is.
Body. Yeah. It was Megan's Body. So let's see what happens. Comes up. Cheap shot. Yo, and then
his
Megan,
bodyguard comes in.
and fucking decks Megan, pushes her up against the cage. Oh my god. How intolerable. So, what I love about this is, like, he gets into a scrap. I'm like, you mean he walked up and cheap shot at a fucking random fan? That was crazy.
That's exactly what happened.
Some guy punches MGK. What are they think? Do they act like we can't see what just happened? Regular day.
Clearly started it.
Well, I don't give a fuck if this guy said she has a smelly cunt. I don't give a fuck. You're above that, bro. Like, get over yourself. And you got your girl pushed. And also, your girl looks dumb with those boots on, by the way. How stupid she looked with them dumb boots on.
You're looking at boots with them titties out? Are you for real?
I really could care less about her titties, dog.
Wow. All right, man. That shows so much about you, bro.
Sorry, bro. She's so old, I can literally give a fuck. I mean, how old is she? Like 45? I'm playing your game, doggy. I'm playing your game.
What a guy.
Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry. Hey, Darnell, is that pink? Are you wearing a pink jacket or a white jacket? You white fucking knight. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, you think Megan Fox is gonna come fuck you because of what the fuck?
You never know.
Why are you taking me this serious?
If it wasn't for MGK's bodyguard, he probably would have gotten beat the fuck up.
Most like he tried to start a fight with like 4 dudes, and also when he hit him, he hit him and went, "Whoa!" Oh my god. All right, you look like a little bitch, bro. You look like a little bit. You fight like, I mean, nothing this guy has done in the past 2 years has made any person go like, that's real. That's pretty cool. Like, nothing he does is cool anymore. It's all corny. It all sucks. It's all annoying. It's all cheap. It's all shitty. The metal community hates him. The rap community hates him. People hate this guy. And it's like, what are you going to say? Yeah, he has fans. I'm like, yeah, who doesn't have fans? Charlie Sheen has fans. Hitler had fans. Okay? Like, it doesn't make you a good guy.
Charlie Sheen has
He's a real
lion's
ass
blood
dude.
or tiger's blood.
Tigers.
All right.
It's the same thing. Same.
No, tigers are way better.
That's what he would tell you too. Charlie Sheen for sure would be like, "Well, tigers are way better." Let me start by saying tigers are way better.
Way better.
Yeah, there's nothing really to break down here for this fight because it's just a cheap shot. And that guy.
I wish MGK would have gotten beat. Like, I like how he steps up after his bodyguard breaks, like, gets in front of him. He's like, "Yeah, what?
Yeah.
What now?"
I have yet to see like any podcasters break this down yet, although I'm sure I'm going to in like the next day or so. But like, no, like he thinks he looks cool. He thinks he's like, yeah, I fucking punked that kid.
He thinks he looks tough.
like you're not though. You're definitely not.
It's made out of bird bones and paper mache. Like, I would gladly fight MGK for nothing.
Yeah, I think anybody. It's an easy win. All right, what's our next one here?
Bears.
We already on to the Bears?
We bears.
We Bears are having it out in this one. Let's check it out. No sound, because it's a lot of fucking. It's like a news thing.
Oh.
These bears, look at this bear.
Oh my god.
He's perusing in a backyard, and this other bear is like, "Yo, this is my. Hey, where you
This
from?
is my spot.
I forage here. Damn, look at him go at it.
They fucked up all of those potted plants.
Yo, if these bears saw the two bears we saw fight forever ago,
Oh, it's because there's cubs
that's
there.
why. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But all of their potted plants fucked.
my sage plant.
My petunias.
Yo, but before the person like saw this on their camera, they walked outside with their morning coffee and they were like, "What the
Why is this?
fuck?"
What?
I mean, first of all, these bears come in mean with 1-2 hooks every time. 1-2 hooks, and then he backs down.
I mean, moral of the story: don't fuck with Mama Bear.
That's true. Moms are gonna like that one. Wow, that's crazy.
Never fuck with Mama Bear.
A bear brawl. Damn,
We
throwing
bear
mean right
bears.
hooks. Boom, boom, boom. Oof. Those are, I don't know. Those are skibbity paps, but they're really strong. So I don't know what you'd call that. Biggity
Skibbity
paps.
Pops. Skibbity dams. Shit.
Turned off his.
Yeah, I was like, did you turn your camera off?
Oops.
I got it, guys. I got it. All right. Oh my God, Ian, be careful. You're closer. Avalanching behind you. You're gonna die. Oh man. Well, another fun one in the book, boys. Thanks, guys, for hanging out for this episode. We'll see you after next week's pay-per-view. Talk to you then. Till then, peace.
Deuces.
Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You got you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.